So Sunday morning and just kind of farting around the shop this morning and waiting for the fog to go away so we can go outside and do some work. I've been playing with these 024s, 260s lately, and I'm waiting on some parts for some of them, but this little 24 Woodsman here, Wood Boss, it's been a fun little saw. I got it running and just needed the exhaust opened up, and then we're going to go from there. I might port it later, but I just wanted to kind of go over what I've seen is the muffler types that you're going to run across on the 24s and 26s. So what I've seen is two basic muffler bodies, and this one is wide open, no baffle or anything. And I think these are the stock 260, 026 260 mufflers. And then all the 24s I've been dealing with, they've got this baffle in them, and they're drilled on these two sides, and then this end and this side over here is solid. And so what I've been doing is just milling this square end out, just mill it out completely open, and seems to work okay on the 24s. I haven't tried it on a 26 yet, but that keeps you from having to do so much work just to get the whole baffle out of there. And then this is what I believe is the 24 muffler, or muffler front, and it's got these four little holes right here, but it's got a pretty open port on the face, and it's got a screen on it. Kind of hard to see, but anyway, what I've been doing on those, what I did on this 24 here anyways, is I just put it in the mill, and where those four little holes are right here along the edge, I just milled that whole thing out, and you can see this whole screen right here is the open exit port, and man, did that wake the saw up. And then I've seen this on both 260s and 24s, basically the same muffler front. Appears to have the same port size, but on the inside it's just got this one little hole that's maybe 3/8 or not quite, and so that really chokes the saw down. And then a slight improvement, I think this is the newer 260 muffler, is basically the same thing as this one, but has four holes. There, probably 1/4 inch, 5/16. But same thing, it's got this big port, exit port, and a screen and everything. The outside of all these are about the same. It's just what they do on the inside that differs. So on this, on these two, same thing. I'm just going to throw this in the mill and basically run a 1/4 inch end mill around this and open that port up so that it's about the same size as that one, maybe a little bigger. And we'll see what happens. I got one of those Farmer Tech mufflers coming too, that those appear to be open bodied like this, and they have a different front. It's more like this shape here, but all the way across. And so I'm hoping that this flat surface all the way across will be enough room to put like a West Coast universal port on the top of that. So we'll see, might do a muffler mod pipe on it too or something. So we'll just kind of be a progression as we get these saws done. And I'm going to do a big bore kit, the 44.7 millimeter big bore on one of them, and I want to do a 44 millimeter and a 42 millimeter, I think the 24 is. And so try a stock one, a stock 24, a ported 24, a stock 26, a ported 26, and then a ported big bore 26. So see what happens. Should be kind of fun. I love these saws. And then on this one, I tried the West Coast 3-point dogs, and man, I love that. This set of dogs on every saw I've put them on, and they're a huge difference on these little saws because the dogs are usually so terrible, small and cheesy. And didn't have it ready, but so you can see this is a stock set of dogs off of 26, so it's a pretty substantial jump, and you get into a bigger tree like a fir or a pine or something, and the bark is so coarse that these factory dogs are just terrible. And so these actually have some bite when you really got to make a larger cut and work your way through it. So anyway, can't recommend these enough. I love them on every saw I've got. So anyway, you guys have a good weekend.